This video shows the main steps for assembling a Volcano Reloaded steel shaft structure purposely designed to meet cost efficiency, flexibility, and easy assembling requirements. This shaft structure stands out as an extremely simple technical solution while guaranteeing a high-end aesthetical result. The displayed shaft structure is for an existing building where a 4-stop single-access lift will be installed with rear car sling side. The installation requires a pit and some relevant builder's works. Before starting the assembling procedure, you need to check the kit material content against the provided packing list. During the assembling procedure, you should also refer to documentation and design layouts provided with the kit. The first step is the placing of the 4 uprights in the pit. Uprights are provided with a base plate to be fixed to the pit foundation. 2 100 by 100 mm standard uprights are used on the car sling side, and 2 45 by 120 slim type uprights for maximizing the width for the landing door installation. Also available are a wide type upright with a 100 mm side and a variable one up to 270 mm. This type is especially suitable for systems installed in very narrow spaces and allows for the installation of car slings inside the upright hollow section. The next step is the first loop in the pit bottom. Place the first cross beams at upright holes level and fix them by means of relevant M8 bolts. The fixing of cross beams to uprights is carried out by means of threaded inserts on a hexagonal hole. This allows for an extremely quick and secure assembling procedure. The beams over and under door are provided with 9 by 50 mm holes, allowing for adjusting the door height with a clearance of some plus or minus 20 mm. The operation described before for the pit bottom loop is repeated for all the following upright segments. After positioning the crossbeams, fix the stiffening plates to the joint upright crossbeams. Before proceeding with the assembling procedure, check the technical drawing for the upright segments to be used. In order to join the following segments, use the relevant sleeve kit. Connect the upright ends using the button M8 bolts provided. Now proceed with the assembling of the structure until completion. Check the structure is plumb and complete the positioning by inserting 4 anchor bolts in the pit bottom plates. The fixing kit for pit bottom also includes plates to be used as shims for the leveling operation. The next fastening step for the structure is the mounting of anchor bolts inside the cross beams and close to the uprights on the stair side or landing side. Anchor or chemical bolts based on support type. The structure of this system has no roof and uprights are directly fixed to the ceiling covering the stairwell. The shaft structure is now plumb and leveled and fixed to the bottom and building. Before installing the elevator, we suggest to install the cladding on the car sling side in order to avoid any issue during installation due to guide rails and mechanical components. Anyway, this procedure is not compulsory and should be evaluated case by case. The Volcano Reloaded shaft structure allows the installation of cladding from inside the shaft in case of external edge of panels, while in the case of cladding with internal edge of panels, the installation can be carried out from outside the shaft. This latter situation is peculiar of the sections over and under the door, in the shaft structures for elevators without car doors. The following steps refer to the installation of 12/10 steel plate finned boards on the shaft structure head for shaft ventilation. Install glass support angles and fix them to cross beams and perforated uprights by using the special ball head screws, which will also be used for snapping aluminum glazing bead profiles. Place the glass adhesive strip to the internal side of the angles. It should be pointed out that this is not a sealing. In case of installation outdoors, cladding components and relevant profiles should be sealed with silicone. Install the cladding. In the case of glass panels, use the plastic spacers between the lower crossbeam and the glass. The cladding has to be steadily fixed by means of snap-on profiles. Complete the installation of the cladding to the remaining sections of the car sling side. The next step of the procedure is the assembling of elevator mechanical components and doors. After having installed the doors, the shaft structure cladding can be completed. An additional example is given here by the assembling procedure of a glass above the door between two slim uprights. Install components in the following order: angles, separation strip, glass and spacers, and finally the glazing bead from outside the shaft. Please note that the angular components/glazing bead are totally reversible. Therefore, you can choose at any moment if installing the glass with external edge or internal edge panels. The Volcano Reloaded shaft structure is ready for panel door assembling in front of the uprights. This very special layout, also including cross beams external to uprights, is extremely helpful in case of very narrow spaces, especially when coupled with wide-type back uprights. The sequence shown here refers to the installation of the door, the assembling of glass panels and relevant finishing side profiles, and fastening by means of angle sections on the crossbeams. In this case, special internal panels are provided to be applied on crossbeams. Now fit all the other enclosure paneling sections. The front part of the door can now be completed by installing panels, here on two sides, to be fixed to uprights and door frame by means of either self-perforating screws or structural double-sided adhesive or mounting adhesive. Please note that these cladding components are not structural elements meant for bearing doors. Doors shall be properly fixed to the shaft structure crossbeams. The shaft structure assembling is now complete, and the elevator assembling can be finished. The Volcano Reloaded model is provided with accessories such as pathways, balustrades or cladding components, also panoramic-style cladding, cantilever roofs, and roofs. Various additional reinforcement solutions are also available by means of ties, telescopic struts, stiffening beams, and cross bracing. The Volcano Reloaded model is available in various finishes, which can be coupled to various types of glass. Some examples: charcoal gray, micaceous finish, and gray smoked glass. The full S.r.l. range. The solution displayed here is S.r.l. 4004 and milk white glass. Another structure with S.r.l. 8015 and bronze-colored glass, and another one with S.r.l. 5015 and transparent glass. The assembling of a shaft structure usually takes 2 days for the assembling, leveling, and fixing of the structure. Additional 2 days are needed for the mounting of the cladding panels. The basic assembling team is 2 persons.